Flint, Michigan, rallied outside the state capitol in Lansing. This coming after the water crisis in Flint seems to have taken another devastating turn. State health officials report a spike in Legionnaire's disease in the county where Flint is located. Of the 87 cases reported between June of 2014 and November of 2015, 10 people have died. And it's not clear whether the outbreak is related to the water crisis, which left high levels of lead in the city's drinking water, but health officials say it's worth investigating. Flint switched to drinking local river water in April 2014. 2 months later in June, that's when the outbreak began. I'm joined now by Michigan Senator Debbie Stabenow. Senator, great to have you with me. And just to start out with, your reaction to the possibility that the water crisis for Flint could be even more potentially harmful than originally thought.
Well, Thomas, first let me say thank you for focusing on this. Thank you to Rachel. The entire MSNBC team has been incredible in lifting up this story and advocating for people in terms of what's happening. This is just another blow. We don't know officially if it's connected, but it's certainly of grave concern. The whole thing is outrageous when you look at it from start to finish. And now they're talking about shutting off people's water for not paying bills on water that they were getting that was poisoning them. And so from my standpoint, the state response is so far late, I don't even have a word for it, but they need to be stepping in incredibly aggressively right now to make sure that people are getting the water they need. Now people can't even shower. They haven't even fixed the quality of the water yet. And I'm deeply concerned about what's happening to children. Dr. Mona brought to me the fact that WIC moms, low-income moms, were having to mix baby formula with this water. And I couldn't believe it. And so I reached out to the Department of Agriculture. We made it clear we'll provide whatever dollars are needed for ready-to-feed formula. But there has not been a sense of urgency to make sure that moms know this. And so it's one thing after another. I find it absolutely shocking.
And what about the governor's role in all of this, Rick Schneider? Because it was under his administration that they sold off those water rights, not taking water from Detroit and then going with the local water through the river. This led to the high levels of lead in the water, and then they wouldn't listen to Dr. Mona, who you referenced, that brought up the problems that was tested and found to be so dangerous.
Well, first of all roads lead back to Governor Snyder and the state legislature, without a doubt. The people of Michigan rejected a law called an emergency manager that would take away the authority of a local unit of government, elected officials, and put in somebody appointed by the governor. After the people of Michigan voted it down, the state legislature and the governor went back, changed a few words, passed it again. Then the governor appoints somebody to usurp the mayor and the city council, who decided to save a few $1 million by going from the world's best water source, the Great Lakes, to one of the worst in the country that GM decided not to use because it was corroding the parts on their automobiles. And then here, the thing that just, why I get so upset at every point when the state is doing something, they finally agree to rehook up the water. They don't even pay for the full hookup. They make Mott Foundation, which helps to fund children's health care and education efforts, fund part of it, and the city of Flint take their last $2 million. So the state who did all of this will only pay for half the cost of rehooking it up, and the community and the charities in the community are left holding the bag. It's stunning.
Yeah, we're just looking at the water that's coming out of a local tap there and what everybody has been forced to live through. Especially this has been terrible for kids under the age of 6, also pregnant women. And we will continue to follow this story, all the developments, but we really appreciate you making time for us.
Absolutely.
Michigan Senator, one of them, Debbie Stabenow. Thank you so much, Senator.